at Wawasee Plaza, which is the checkered floor room. Somebody wants to rent that out. What's the square footage of that room? What's the square footage? Who wants to rent a space without having the square footage of the room?
Do we have pictures of that room?
Right, there's no pictures
Right,
of
that should be so accessible that I could take that.
That's exactly
How
right.
long were they there?
So the problem then is then it boils down to, we need to rent a unit at 916 West Coliseum, Suite 7. If I get hurt, who has the pictures to that unit? How many square feet is it?
How much does the last person paid per month?
Those are the types of things that we have to grow as a company, and it just boils down to contributing that information. As we've gone in and physically measured a room, we get the square footage. But like, let's say for example, we've got what's the new room where the Evans is at? Is that B
209? The apartment?
The apartment.
Yeah, B209.
209.
This is
Yeah, click on that. It's actually somewhat a layout's actually
this
there.
layout is okay.
It's not
but-
perfect, but it's close.
The range, the microwave, the refrigerator, garbage disposal. What's the model numbers?
Well,
How do we
breaks.
know that some tenant doesn't steal a refrigerator and replace it with another one?
Or if it breaks, how can we order a part without having to go physically look at it
How
and
do you
waste that
know?
much time?
How do you know? Now we have a changes log that now maintenance is now starting to contribute to. If they go change a flapper or if they go change a toilet, we actually have record of when we do that. So that's great that we're starting to build that information. We don't have floor plans.
Well,
So-
hopefully your camera works downstairs so it catches.
Well, yeah, that's it. That's hopefully.
Somebody wants to cart down a refrigerator,
And bring it up.
bring it all back up, go right ahead.
Yeah, but they could bring it back up with a crappier refrigerator.
Well,
Next question, though, how you gonna know?
How are you gonna know? We would.
Even if you got about.
Well, the only way that we would know is when we would actually go to do a final inspection,
And then
that we would then
Yeah, that's what I'm
verify.
saying.
In our checklist
is a
is a
You gotta have that
walkthrough
on
to
checklist.
verify that information.
Who's gonna go and look and see if the model number's the same, or if the stove's no.
whoever's showing the unit,
Whoever shows,
walkthrough.
yeah, whoever does the final walkthrough.
because that's actually part of the.
It's
there's
part of the
literally a
checklist.
check.
That's what I mean, is
Yeah.
that gonna be put on the checklist?
It's already there. It's already
Right,
there.
so you can see that there is quite a bit of information here. There are pictures, there are videos of this unit. What's going on?
I don't know.
Okay, so there are pictures and video, but the thing where, Suzanne, you're in what apartment are you, 210?
210.
Look at how much information we have for A210.
Let's not talk about this.
Oh, good, you can pair it
Come on.
up.
I was
You
like-
can pair it up, man.
What's that?
Let's not talk about this. I don't like
I know,
so much to be flat.
come on,
Paris was there before.
There we go.
so.
It's true. There's nothing there.
There's
except for
nothing.
A rough square footage and a couple of videos.
So now, when A210 comes up for lease again, we have to guess. You know, we have to go back up there and capture information and do it all over again. So it's just the point of, we really have to make sure that we proactively get stuff in there when there's a fix me and you can actually do things. And that's, we have times that we've gone through and said, okay, Brandon, can you complete these fix me's? You know, Adam, can you fix it?
On this note,
Yeah.
can you go back to the main page for a moment, the start page?
The start page?
And scroll down to the red section that I created, the equipment.
Company equipment.
Over the next, if it's not okay for me to ask this, that's fine, but over the next few weeks, look on your desk and whatever equipment you have, put it in these pages.
Good idea.
So like if you have a monitor,
Inventory.
you know, put your serial number in the monitor page and let us know what desk it's on.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Station.
Yeah.
Same
Any-
with phones.
same with your phone, everything has a serial number on it.
Yep. Any questions on that?
What's it called?
Company equipment at the start page.
Company
What's that?
Those are some really big documents for you guys. We're thinking about it from a storage point of view.
Which one, Will?
Yeah, that is a very good idea. That helps
Doing
us
the
with
inventory
inventory.
in the wiki.
Yeah. Well, image-wise, we wouldn't be storing images, we'd only be storing text.
No, I'm just saying that would still grow to be a pretty long page.
Yeah.
pretty quickly.
Yeah. Okay, so I want to go over 8 different formatting pages that I've identified. I kind of just What's that?
I was letting her know this is the formatting stuff we're talking about.
Okay, so none of these necessarily, there are hundreds of pages that need reformatted. And as I see them, I try to reformat them so that way everybody gets used to seeing
Wait, should we?
correctly formatted documents.
Yeah,
Because then when you're creating the document, you know it's not right.
right.
You might not know how to format it, and that's what the purpose of this meeting is to do. The first one I'm going to go with is, and I tried to go with documents that multiple people touched, so it wasn't just one person that touched the document. So this particular one, oh, don't even tell me this.
No.
Okay, I'm just going to have to search for it.
Copy paste.
Yeah.
Yes.
This Wi-Fi in here runs horribly slow, and I don't get it.
Yeah,
Fire that
something's
company.
I mean, it just spins and spins. I mean, if I was in this in the wiki, I mean, in my office,
Don't pay that company.
there's one literally like that
Oh,
way, 2 feet that way.
Something.
Get a new one.
Where's Ben?
And I think this is the type of stuff that the guests complain about.
Yeah.
There's something not right.
Low battery.
Yeah, that's it.
Have you tried shaking it?
Yeah, I'll just try shaking it. That's what I'll do.
Duct tape is-
Yeah, I'll wait. Yep. Whatever. That'll fix it.
You can find me.
Come on. If I would have known this, I would have loaded them all up.
Any other reason?
There we go.
It's a race. Which
It's
tab's
a
gonna
race.
make it?
It's a race.
Which tab?
Wow.
It's a race. The wiki is never this slow.
Ben was just out this week and he found one or two that were unplugged, I think.
Yeah.
The access points were just unplugged. I don't know.
I don't know why this is taking so long.
Oh, you were logged out.
Permission denied.
That's because he's in.
You switch your browsers, that's what.
Probably your computer.
It shouldn't matter much, but still. Come on, you can do it. Okay, so what I want to bring this up for is this is the Benson KVM procedures. And to give you an idea, there's been multiple people touch this document. But when I look at this document, I guess I'm confused. Because if I don't know how the KVM system works, I don't know if this document does it. Are these steps?
Well, let me go back. When I created this, I was in the middle of the first conversion.
Okay.
I put as much information as quickly as I could in this file.
Okay.
And
Sure.
I have not been back to it.
And
Okay.
that happens a lot. I mean, I've done it
It does.
multiple times.
It
So-
does. And
People
Brandon,
always get
this is,
information in there.
that's right. This is not
This is a step-by-step procedure.
right.
See that screen.
And that's what we need to figure out. Is labeling tickets step one? And then is KVM, or the PC is placed on the KVM, step two?
Right.
Ah.
Is
Well,
that
and that goes back
correct?
to documenting it as your, like reading it as you're someone else who's trying to understand it.
We look at this and say, okay, when we receive it after the first time.
But if I look at it, I have no clue.
We understand it, we do it every day.
Right.
But if you have to.
I would have no idea.
Right.
It's not organized.
And that's-
If you know if you get
I know we've been doing that with
Right,
fixed
I wouldn't
fees,
be able to
but
follow it, that's where
John
I
brought a
was
good point up.
thinking.
I don't know if we have it. Is there a tag? I don't think there's a tag that exists that would say site under construction or this is a page that needs fixed. Other than fix me.
raw data dump or something like that.
I don't know if that exists or not. And I can't
There
remember.
is, under Smileys, there's fix me and delete.
That's all the things.
That's really.
So it's just fix me. So fix me.
Fix me.
When there's a fix me in there, that means the site's under construction
Yeah.
or there's something needs to be added.
Yeah, and realistically, I think if it's going to be, maybe standard protocol is, if we're just dumping stuff in there, we just put a fix me in, and we put what the fix me is for. Then we
That
can
makes
go
sense.
back to it and identify it.
So we have a red flag.
And that's okay, but the problem is, it's like right now, there isn't a fix me on this page, so we might not come back to it. There's no flag that says we should probably
Right.
come back. What's that? That's exactly it.
I think the harder
I
part
couldn't
for
understand.
me is like knowing your
Am I-
wording and how to word it. You know what I mean? There's a lot of things that I know,
Right.
I know in my head, but to write it down and
Make
explain how to do
placeholder,
it.
make placeholder, that's all you did, yeah. And I did that multiple times.
Right.
Okay.
That's for my hard part.
This page is a very simple editing issue, and it really boils down to the formatting of headlines. This page has identical formatting for headlines. There's 2 headlines. And I'm not saying that you can't have multiple headlines on a page. Usually, typically you don't, because your main headline is for the whole page, you know, and it's a description of what's in that page. So if I click underneath here under edit this page, providing it actually loads, okay. The RCMP add a computer has 4,
Right.
and it needs 2 more. And by doing 2 more, I now have made this page a top line header.
And
That's
that's
exactly
which
right.
option up there if
There's a
you-
big H.
It's a big H.
The big,
It
And
says,
then there's one that has like an arrow to the side, so if you want to indent a header.
it says upper
Correct.
headline. I
That's
think.
exactly right.
So
Now, when we're doing these, though,
Yep.
Just so, like, in general, we know,
Uh-huh.
what should we do a bigger headline and what, and,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? How
Yeah,
do we
one
know,
that
like,
comes
Think
how
up.
many
about
headlines
this.
it
Think
should
about this
have?
back in when you created research papers, and back in high school, you
Page
would
outlines.
break your top
Intro,
lines.
body, conclusion, points A, B, and C, and then you have.
So you want lower headlines for those?
Correct.
Exactly.
Yeah. So like this example right here, this is non-covered items. There's nothing wrong with that. Computers/laptops. Adding a device. But the problem is you come down one more, this is provisioning device in FreeSide. This doesn't have, if you notice, I should be able to, in this section, edit just this, because it would be a top, a headline. But it isn't. It's also tied in with provision device in FreeSide, which is its own thing, which makes it only one edit. If you see where I click on edit, do you see on the left and the right, it flashes gray, but you can't really see that. All right, so what happens is on the right and the left, it has a gray bar, and it shows you what section of the page you're going to edit.
oh, I never noticed that before.
Yeah, and you can see it not on this screen, but it's on the left and the right, and it literally just highlights it. It says this is the page, this is the section you're about to edit.
Like
But if I come in here and click on, let's edit the whole page. That way you can see when I scroll down. The way that I do pages, I do everything as 6 is the first one, is your main head.
Uh-huh.
Then the second one that I always do is I usually always do 5. Because then it opens it up for future things on the page
4 and 3.
that I can do 4 and 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay? So underneath cover devices, I would turn into 5. Now, I'm not saying I'm expecting you guys to go in and edit all these pages. That's not what I'm expecting. What the primary purpose of this is for future
Just
pages,
so you understand how it looks now.
you understand how things look.
Now, if you do,
So-
is it 2 just bold it, 2 on each side? You go just bold.
Yeah, and I really try to stay away from bold.
No, yeah, no, I understand.
Because it makes it very confusing on a
It
page.
doesn't, I'm saying that's where it does become a header
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah, so Brandon gets free lunch next month for adding 140 equal signs.
Right, that's exactly right.
Exactly.
Right. So underneath
like
adding a
I like
device,
it.
you can see where, do you see the difference here
Yes,
with adding a device?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Does this make sense to everybody, what the difference is
That's
between
a lot
the
of
category of adding a device and the provision of device in FreeSide?
Yeah. No.
One of them has 5, the other has 2.
Yeah.
It was actually smaller than the text below it.
It was
Okay,
smaller.
give me a break, all right, I'm sorry.
There went your review.
Yeah,
Brandon said he made it.
yeah.
No, it was me, I added it.
Okay, so
Bill, you have one edit.
Yeah, there I go, knocking me down off my pedestal.
whenever possible, try to make sure that the page looks the best way possible. I mean, that's realistically.
And try to follow the same format too,
Yeah.
like,
Yes.
you know, description and da-da-da-da.
Okay, this one is,
I didn't know.
as Eric and I call it, it's a CF.
It is.
There is no
I know what that
stands
stands for.
Exactly.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Fun one.
This is
Commonly
right.
frustrated.
Right. Commonly
Yes.
frustrated.
Commonly frustrated.
Yes.
You got it.
This is commonly used places for vendors that we use for marketing. These pages should, these are now, we're starting to get to the point where Jamie's starting to add vendors.
Yeah, and we now understand
You
the
know.
way we want it to look. This was one of those pages that when we created it, we didn't know how we wanted it to actually
Yeah.
be searchable and how to
So
look.
you can see how banner stands is underneath shirts embroidery. That's not even alphabetized.
No, it's
It just
not.
makes it really confusing.
Yep.
And if you go add anything on my vendor pages, they need to be alphabetized.
That's
I've been doing it. I've been
because
doing it.
unfortunately it doesn't alphabetize.
Does-
So if you
does.
want something
Drives me nuts.
alphabetized, you have to do it yourself.
Yep.
I just want to purely show you that we
Organize
are
into
actively
some
working
sort
on
of-
these pages to clean them up. We don't specifically look for them, but if we stumble upon a page, we try to fix it
While we're in there.
while we're in there. So I would just expect the same. If you guys find something that's
Consideration,
not
yeah.
formatted right, just fix it. That way it's done. Next page that I want to show you, there's about 3 more, I think. This is a disconnect order, I think it is, that we found. Okay, prime example, you can see how
You need to go to Mel.
this
Okay,
page.
so you can tell I didn't know what I was doing. I'm
Right,
so
right,
sorry.
that's okay. No,
Get it out of the way, right?
right, just get it out of the way.
Yeah, yeah.
You did this on purpose.
One of the things that we're trying to do is, see how it says there's BR 276? It just kind of stands out there by itself. What is BR 276? Why is it here?
Sounds like here.
It's a business, obviously it's a business rule, thank you, Brandon. But the point is, it's just like it's not relevant. I mean, it is relevant because it's a business rule, but it
No,
really
it's-
should
it's
say,
under how you, if you want to know how to cancel telco
Yeah.
service, go to that business rule.
what I would probably say is,
To-
for further information for this policy, follow business rule BR 276.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes.
When
And
you
obviously
add a link,
there's,
say why the link is there.
what's that?
In general, when you add a link, say why the link is
Why,
there.
in general, that's exactly
Or
right.
put it in context
Um,
within a sentence.
You can see how none of these things have headers, which, Melanie knows, that's really what it boils down to. Next one that we have is,
Ben, I have a question.
yes, sir.
The business rules,
Yep.
are all the procedures, the X amount of business procedures that we have,
Uh-huh.
all have a business rule they tie to?
Not all.
Or is that our attempt to do? Because I see the business rules in my world defined as the policy.
It is pretty much
And
policy,
then
yep.
Procedures then are how you
Fulfill that.
complete, fulfill that policy.
Correct.
We're pretty much on the same page, yes.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a difference, which you just talked to me about, between your standard operating procedures versus your business rules.
Right. Right.
Right?
Yeah.
It's can be
Business rules,
confusing.
think of it as, business rules have to do with customers. Like, how to handle, yeah. And then the standard operating procedures are procedures that follow, yes. Obviously, you can see the issue with this page. There is no headers at all for this page. You can't edit anything on it.
Without
So it's
editing,
deep-
without-
It's a package, for the page.
So are all the things that look like headers, is that just a bold, regular, or?
It could
That's
be-
exactly
it
what
could
I
be
want to show
stars on the side
you.
of
If
it.
you click on edit this page,
The stars, bolding everything.
what has happened
Oh,
is
okay.
they'll have like 3 headers, but lots of times it's just bolded.
with little-
instead of headers.
Yeah.
Which
So-
obviously I didn't understand the purpose
But
of
you do,
headers
you
at
do
the
now.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, the next one on here, we're gonna go to Rick's Electronics. Melanie created this page prior to us having,
Love you, Melanie.
Another one.
Melanie,
How-
Wait, I just- I didn't-
Hey, Ben, like you said, the more you do.
Sure, we should go to Mel? Are you sure, like, this is our
Yeah, I
go-to
didn't,
person?
obviously I didn't
demand
stay on my
purple shirt
pedestal
today.
very long.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so the problem is, this is a vendor used by ITN, but the reason why I brought this up is, yeah, it's a little unformatted, but that really boils down to, but if I go down to backlinks on this particular page,
Goes nowhere.
it goes nowhere. I don't even have a freaking clue how this page was created.
I don't really remember it either, to
So
be
the
honest.
problem is,
Well, with the create page button,
what's that?
probably with the create page.
I thought we had a Rick's, so maybe there's 2 Ricks.
It's possible. I don't know.
Okay.
We stumbled upon this page and
Nice.
What's crazy about that is there are
It was brought
probably,
in from, when Andrew imported the oil wiki,
yep.
and it's like she just updated it.
it's possible.
Realistically, there's a lot that he imported that
Yep.
don't exist here. I mean, if you
Yeah.
magically search the right term and put it as a page, you'll find that page. Because
Is there a way to search in the wiki for pages that don't have backlinks?
No.
Well,
No,
any
no, no.
search you do will look at the actual text in the page.
Right.
And if there's any matches, it'll return it
Right,
somewhere.
Rick's
in the
can still be
results.
found, but what I mean, is there a way to search the wiki to find pages that don't have backlinks?
I don't know that answer.
Because that would be handy.
I don't think so.
There
Probably
actually might be, or it might be through a plugin or a category thing. I know there's certain ways to
Okay.
find pages that have certain specific
If
things
one of the
wrong
categories
with
of how they monitor the quality of the page is no backlinks.
That's true. It would
They've
show
got to
up.
have something
Yes.
there. But
What Eric just says is on that admin page,
what I was thinking.
there is the quality.
Right,
Maybe
it's one of their criteria.
it's one of the criteria, so it would show up because this is only showing the top 25 pages.
Right, but now only you have access to that, right?
No.
No, you
We're all admin?
well, just because the admin button is there doesn't necessarily.
Oh,
mean
I
it's-
never tried to click on it because I was not an admin yet.
It'll let you click on. It'll only let you click on certain things.
I clicked on, alarms go off, Adam clicked on admin thing, I got.
look out.
He's a business
Email. No,
Can you expand that population
from 25 and look
at 50 or?
No, it's just a limitation of the plugin. It only does 25.
So you correct one and get it off there.
Yeah,
and
basically, as
it'll
soon as
come
you
up.
fix that,
Yeah.
it gets it off that page.
Yeah.
So, and we'll start working on that quality summary stuff after we get some of the other stuff really organized.
When we get about
in the wiki.
6,000 plus pages, then I'll worry about the quality.
That's right. That's right. The only other thing that I want to show you is this page right here.
Seems to have used quite a bit of straw.
This is not a page we should create.
What does it say?
Wait.
Poor
I
Carrie.
know, Carrie. Yeah.
It's just a page called straw, but the header is, we seem to have used quite a bit of straw.
And Hay will deliver.
Straw. So how this should be is the vendor.
Vendor.
This would be a vendor of Daryl Straw or Daryl Shower.
I think we need to go out.
Yeah. So I just want to show you that that's the type of pages that we're trying to avoid. I didn't know that this page existed until yesterday. So
I'm so glad that wasn't me.
we're
though.
gonna correct that, put that under the BPI suppliers page, and it basically will delete the page and start
Yeah.
from scratch.
Going back to the point,
Yes.
there is a subtle message there that she's trying to communicate, right?
Correct.
Okay,
Yeah.
so somehow we're losing straw? and we
No.
need to
It's just,
notify?
well, we use straw for a lot of things, and what happens is because straw was not accurately documented in the wiki, maintenance comes to Carrie because she's the only person that knows where we get straw from.
I'm the keeper.
So what it should be is that should be in the vendor page. And if Randy and Don need straw, they search in the wiki for straw, they pick up the phone and they call the person for straw. But instead,
I thought it was drinking straw. Yeah, that's how I took it.
That's why we're on hold.
what's that? What'd you
She
say?
said, I've never paid a bill for straw, and I said, well, that's why we're on hold.
Right, that's it.
Wow.
Our
Yeah,
shipments
you
of
know.
straw.
I cannot be held accountable since I have never paid for straw.
I get that out of petty cash when I go pick it up.
So the only other thing that I want to show you guys, everybody knows what recent changes is. That's exactly, it shows you step by step on what was last done in the wiki.
Right.
Suzanne has been editing and stuff. I sent out an email yesterday. She's been starting to go through a lot of the formatting and starting to clean up a lot of the headers that we're finding.
Right.
It was basically an exercise for her to start to learn the wiki. She has probably, Eric and I estimate about 500 to 1,000 more pages to edit that we know of already. So you're going to see a lot of that type of stuff. But what you don't necessarily know is in the admin section, at the very bottom, is if you want to know what things you've done lately as you as a user, same with anybody, you can actually click on, let's pull up Don, for example, Don Fuller. What this does is it shows every page that he has touched. So I can literally then click on Bobcat 540. I can click on that, those glasses.
Is that what they are?
That glasses, that shows
And
old versus, yeah.
it can actually show me they've done as a
Oh,
user.
good.
Question on that,
Yeah,
since my name's the only one for.
unfortunately, yeah, it's,
That means that's not all done.
correct, we know
Correct.
that.
That means that could be Randy, it could be you. it could be
Eric and I know that.
Yep.
Yeah, we know that.
Yep.
Just wanted to be aware of that in case there was some 900 crap to pay.
Right.
That wasn't me.
Right.
Did not.
Okay, so,
I think you gotta change that.
yeah, so does anybody have any questions on that? So you can literally look through any person, I can click on Jamie, and sometimes I do this, if I wanna see what that person has done, I can literally then go through
What's on
and
my
see.
red mark?
Who lost a kid?
The red
Well,
marks
we're
means
planning on
that it
losing
was,
a few.
the page was deleted.
What?
The red means the page was deleted.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, or
So, I mean, the BPI Canteen Refreshment Services was deleted.
Yes.
Twice? 3 times?
yeah, but then it was
Those were
created
edits-
again.
Those were edits
Yeah.
before it was removed.
Right,
I asked
right,
for
right,
help.
right, right, right.
I asked for
Okay,
help.
so
I
one time
asked
those
for
would have
help
been
on
green,
that
but in
one.
the future when it got
They're red-
removed,
they're
Because
red
they were
they're
deleted.
red because it's a broken link.
But I'm pretty sure that if you click on here, you can actually see the content that was there
Yeah.
on that deleted page. So when you
Because-
delete something, it's never really gone.
Yeah, well, because that's the way you can recover from an
Where I
accidental
run into
delete, I think.
Correct, yeah.
That's recovered.
So, any questions on that section? Did I answer a lot of questions about formatting today? Yeah, kind of, maybe, sort of?
Yeah.
And anybody have any questions about anything on the wiki? I mean, I tried to do it as fast as I could.
So who's renting the car for you?
Rent a cop.
What?
He just asked you a question.
What about it?
Keep an eye on Carrie. Keep an eye on Carrie.
That's to keep you in line and stop spending my money.
If you see surveillance,
Is there a way to see?
There's a
how
picture
many
of you in
pages
handcuffs
you've
on
created?
that page.
If it has a fix, it might show up on here.
It'll still show up.
You would go
I
there,
mean, show
Mel.
up, would fix me show up on
No,
here.
no.
That's the whip.
But there very well might be a fix me plugin.
Yeah.
No, that's
And if you just
for-
go, I mean, if you go to the main page and just do a search for Fix Me, all pages with Fix Me will show up. And then you can probably just sort by your name.
If someone puts a fix me on a page, and only,
Yeah, why do we-
only a specific person or people can actually do the fix it, but they don't know it's there, then it just sits.
That's a fundamental question.
There's a way we can generate that.
I agree.
And shoot it out so people get an alert, like, hey, you got like 5 minutes.
Did you guys hear what,
And then also,
did you guys all hear what Jake said about, if that,
good communication.
Jake, can you repeat that question so people can hear what you're saying? Because it was a good point.
The answer
What-
is no, though. So-
Yeah.
I know, but still, it's a good
What
point.
Jake asked was the fact that if you had a page and it had fix me's on it that you were responsible for, how would you know that it then has fix me's on it?
Can't you put fix me and then just Jake afterwards?
That would be the only way. It is,
Yeah.
With the
we'll
name
see if
of the
there's a
person.
plugin or something like
I'm
that.
gonna
or
start
if there's a
doing
list.
that.
We
Fix
can
me
run
Jake,
like-
fix me Jake.
Yeah, I'm gonna put Jake's name after
We can do
everything.
secret queries and pull it manually.
Yeah,
It's gonna be
you're
my
right.
But
personal.
otherwise, the other best practice
Yeah.
would probably be,
I think
if
so.
you add a fix me to someone's page, maybe tell that person you added
I
a
think
fix me
that
to
probably
their
would be a
page.
good
Yeah.
thing to do.
Yeah,
I think that if we
Heads up,
start
courtesy.
proactively start working on the quality page,
that's when we'll do that, yeah.
I think that will,
It's like, who can actually fix this particular fix me?
correct.
Because there's times where, I know that people in here have said, well, I can go through the fix me's, but I can't fix any more of them because I don't know how to do them.
Right.
So,
Well, how are you gonna learn?
Is this?
I
Is it really broken? Right. Well, that's the problem if somebody puts a fix me on there and we don't know what the reason for the fix me is.
Yep.
And I'll be honest, I was a culprit for that because I would just
I
throw
did it.
fix me's in
I did.
and I wouldn't know, I just like, well, we need to get back to this. Well, we didn't say what fix me, why is it here? So,
Ben would say, be like, I don't know why it's.
and then I just delete the fix me. I've done that.
Oh, I have a question.
Yeah.
You said 4 days ago that you couldn't find email settings in the wiki.
I don't remember that.
Because I put expensive time into that, and there are pages. So
Yep.
Well, if you search email
what about
settings,
it, what was not,
If you
what was
search
not?
email settings, what do
Yeah,
you
put
get?
in email settings.
Well, I look at it, I went to, my parents have a U4 internet address.
Okay.
Oh.
Our entire company has nothing about @u4internet.com.
That's because there's like 2 users left.
I'm not disagreeing, but if it's
Yeah,
a user,
it didn't occur to me to put that one in.
that's what I'm trying to
that
get
level
at.
of detail, that helps.
Yeah.
Can you put non-visible metadata? Let's go meta tab. Like meta, all the keyboards.
You could do that. Oh, I don't know.
That's not like looking ugly on the page. It's the
You basically think like how they do web browsing. Yeah, that's
HTML meta tab.
yeah.
Do we need a flyer for?
And I can check in with that, the plugins too, I don't know all those native.
Yes,
I think it's like add these searchers, that way you can script it.
Anybody else have any other questions?
I don't know either. Bless her heart.
There's gotta be some
No,
native
you're good?
terms. I know there's different ways to do
Any other questions?
categories, native.
I'm good. Anybody else
Is
have
that a
anything?
problem?
Yeah.
Well, then, yeah.
Melanie?
Waiting on Jay.
Mel, you good?
Any
Anything else?
questions?
No, I'm really good.
I'm so used to.
No, I'm.
Yeah, no,
It's actually good, very
You good?
Are you-
Brandon, do you have any questions? I mean, it's pretty, okay.
Are you okay with my inventory pages? If I
Yeah, I think
keep working on that?
I'll look at it a little bit more in detail.
Because what I want to do is know what's on each desk, and each desk is going to have a number.
Yeah.
Awesome. Basically.
Do we get to pick, do we get to pick the number?
That,
I wanna
that's
be
Jake
73.
Reed. He always has those things.
Maybe the number should be the serial number of the desk. If
I
there's a
vote
serial
number
serial
one.
I like it.
You're
Since
number
I
one?
make the paycheck.
Okay, all right.
Of course, for those.
You're not number
It's just
one,
the
Randy.
nice guy.
Mine's glass.
Copy.
Oh, yeah, no.
Computer just not good.
You're about to be a
Some things are
person.
really Frankenstein.
Well, thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah, they are.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
No,
Not complaining, just
Thanks,
noting.
Ben, for
Right
lunch,
through.
sir.
Hey, does your computer even still have that plate for the cover?
Huh?
I mean, it's kind of like gifts. I give myself gifts.
Like you
Yeah,
got
yeah.
I can't wait to buy you a Christmas gift.
What's that?
This thing.
Well,
Oh,
Wes,
yes, thanks.
Ben,
Wes
what would you like
went
for
to- he was
Christmas?
plugging in
What would I
his
like
record,
for Christmas?
and-
What is my least favorite store?
Christmas?
Right.
You
What's
want me
my
to
limit?
put your
Well,
secret?
plug it in.
Yeah, that would be great.
Okay, I'll do that.
I'm sure my wife would enjoy
Got
that.
you covered.
Right, I need a new thumb. Yes, that would be
What
great.
you doing? You're on time with your
We
business.
charged it, Ben, don't worry.
Next star
A cabinet.
plugs in by USB.
I need to put it there.
It's got two slots in the top.
Okay.
And you basically plug the hard drive
Yeah.
into it and then press the
Yeah,
power
yeah,
button in
yeah.
front. And then when you're done, you just turn it off and press the button at the top.
And-
Wait, that's.
Brandon,
like two slots, it looks like a
find out
toaster.
your answer, can you put it in the wiki, please? Because seriously, I really believe we need to build on that.
You got a hard drive toaster.
What's that?
Well, the way the West had his desk all torn apart, the computer all torn apart, for him, it's talking about a device that he plugged into, it looks like a toaster.
I see, because I ran into in my old place, because IT people have to look at hard drives all the time. But Nextstar makes this little USB thing that basically looks like a toaster. It's got two slots in the top. You just put a hard drive down and press the button. It's funny because it looked like a toaster. It's like ding, hard drives are done.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Oh, you're gonna spend the afternoon here, right? I don't know. 6.
Wednesday.